Hey everybody, and welcome to Action News. My name is Katrina Bowman Thomas, and I am the Executive Director for Community Action Commission, and we are so glad that you have joined us today for this episode. May is Community Action Month, and it is also Older Americans Month, and it is HeadStart's birthday. We have so many awesome things going on throughout the month of May, and today we're going to talk with you about several of those initiatives. We have with us the Executive Director for Northern Kentucky's Emergency Shelter. They have a new facility, and she is going to be here to talk to us about all the programs and services they offer. We, Community Action, have just opened up a brand new housing complex, an affordable housing complex, Farmview, and we have one of our residents here. She came to us from Lincoln Grant Scholar House. She's a single parent, a mom ready to graduate. She is our board member, and she's going to share with you her experience of being in affordable housing and how that has really helped her family to thrive. And we also have guests that will represent our older Americans and really talk to us about the services that we offer to them right here in our community. So stay tuned, come back, and learn about all the awesome services that we offer through Community Action. We'll see you shortly.
LIHEAP is the Low Income Heat and Energy Assistance Program. We have folks out there on fixed incomes, working families, that those energy bills in the winter just are past their capability. They can take care of themselves every other month out of the year, but when they get hit with that $500, $600 utility bill, it's just not possible. And this program keeps their electric on.
I think a lot of people, when they hear about government assistance, they take it as a bad thing, but everybody struggles, everybody needs help. It's really a privilege because a lot of people, they don't know how they're gonna pay their electric bill.
We're looking for individuals who are experiencing a home heating crisis. And I hear a lot, I don't want to take anything away from anyone else. And that's not a concern for us. These funds are out there for everyone to use. You're not taking something away from someone else if we help you keep your lights on.
LIHEAP saw that I had a need, and I appreciate their help because I got heat in my house and it's warm.
I just tell my kids, if we didn't have LIHEAP, we would be struggling. They will always figure out a way to help you. You know, NKCAC and LIHEAP, they will always figure out a way to help you. There is no, we can't help you.
Our agency takes a holistic look at the family. Even if they're not income eligible for this program, we're going to advocate for them. We're going to look for another program that we can supplement. If they had a job loss, we have a job developer. If soft skills is what they need because they have to go back to work, we have that. We find out those things through that conversation and look for ways that we can help that resolution and help them towards self-sufficiency.
Just give LIHEAP a chance. Let them help you with those stresses. Let them in your life, allow them to help you and receive the blessing.
Hi, welcome back to Action News. My name is Taylor Weber with Northern Kentucky Community Action Commission. Today I'm speaking with Kim Webb, the Executive Director of the Emergency Shelter of Northern Kentucky. They opened their doors in 2008, and since then they have helped many different people. They are the only immediate cold shelter for adults in Northern Kentucky. And they also just opened a new facility within the last few months. So please welcome Kim. Nice.
Thank you so much, Taylor. It's good to be here. Happy to support Community Action Commission.
Yes, thank you. So we can just get started with, tell us about the new facility that opened.
Yeah, so the Emergency Shelter of Northern Kentucky has a long-standing history here. We opened our doors in 2008 as a cold shelter. In 2010, we added some summer transitional housing work program beds. We then added a shower and laundry program. Along the way, we changed our name to be more reflective of all the services we provide. And to this day, we continue to be the only immediate low barrier entrance shelter to any adult needing services, immediate shelter or services in Northern Kentucky. So that's kind of been our role. Our new facility, so when we, in our Scott Street location where we started, you know, we were moved in there because Kenton County Judge Executive Ralph Dree saw an immediate need to have a cold shelter. That building was never designed to shelter human beings, and we did a tremendous amount of great work in there. But just like everything else, we needed more space, and in a space that was state-of-the-art, designed to shelter. And thankfully, a long-standing commitment by Kenton County and other well-known community partners allowed us to not only build, but renovate and construct our brand new facility. And we moved in February of 2022, so we are brand spanking new into that space, and it is 10,000 glorious square feet for us.
That is amazing. So with, with this growth in this bigger facility, I bet it takes, way more staffing and volunteers to operate that size of facility. So what are different ways that people can get involved with volunteering, or just overall making sure that that facility remains doing all the great things that it does?
Oh my gosh, we have lots and lots of opportunities in this 10,000 square feet. Many, many things that volunteers can do for us. And in fact, beginning May 1st, we just sent out an email telling individuals that our kitchen in our facility is now a commercial kitchen, which means our volunteers can prepare meals on site. That has been one of the favorite ways volunteers can get involved with us and serve the guests. There's something about providing a hot meal in the evening. And so we're really, really excited to be able to announce that our new facility allows not only for that to continue, but for organizations, individuals, groups to come in, bring their own food, prepare it and serve it, as well as other opportunities to, you could bring a restaurant meal in, you could donate the food and we'll prepare it for you. And so that is one way. We have lots of volunteers. We do a lot of laundry in the building with 68 beds and running Northern Kentucky's only daytime navigation engagement center, which includes daytime shower and laundry for adults experiencing homelessness. We do a lot of bedding, sheets, towels, all those things. And then assistance. We offer our adults in our community that are homeless an ability to come in and use the free laundry equipment that we have, the units that we have in that building, which is also a big add to our community. So lots of ways. If you're better at filing papers, we can use you on the administrative side. If you like to work in the reception and greet people at our window, that's another great way. We pretty much have any way we can accommodate whatever a volunteer would like to do in the space with us.
And what would be the best way if someone wanted to get involved?
Sure. So I think the best thing to do is to reach out to us. You can call our shelter, 859-291-4555. You can email our general mailbox, info@esnky.net. And we also have a really fantastic staff person that his name is Alan Kindred, and he is our community engagement specialist, and he can coordinate volunteer groups and individual things like that, ensure the meal calendar. And his email address is Alan, ALAN.Kindred, KINDRED, @ESNKY.net. And again, or you can just go on the web. You can find us on social media. We have a pretty active social media page. Tomorrow we're going to be kicking off our We Need Wednesday. We always do a We Need Wednesday post. So there are many ways you can find us and connect with us.
That is amazing. Well, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with the shelter. And on May 3rd, Northern Kentucky Community Action, we will be at the shelter 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Just providing information on our many programs that we have that can help gain financial stability and just financial independence and things like that.
Yeah, we're really excited to have CAC on site. We did this several years ago and it went over really well for our guests that we serve. And part of having a daytime navigation engagement center is really this meeting space. We serve the largest percentage of shelter bed nights. We provide the largest percentage in our community. So we have the actual space for these kind of things, these groups and our wonderful community partners such as CAC to come in and do these things. So we are very excited to have this and have CAC back in to assist. We're all in this together.
Yes, well, thank you so much, and we'll be right back.
What does for rent mean to you? Opportunity, growth, possibility, adventure, stability. NKCAC has created a new program called TBRA, Tenant-based rental assistance works between landlords and potential tenants to securely place people in their new homes. TBRA provides housing assistance like security deposits and rental payments to make certain our community evolves into our neighbors. As a landlord, you can secure stable renters. As a tenant, a stable home. This could be your future. This could be the future of someone you know. You can enroll now or recommend someone who needs housing assistance to our program. TBRA serves Grant, Gallatin, Owen, Pendleton, and Carroll counties. Contact us at nkcac.org for more information.
Welcome back. My name is Jameer Davis, and I am the Vice President of Family Services at Northern Kentucky Community Action Commission. And today I am here with Lyndsey McNabb, and we're going to be discussing housing offered by Northern Kentucky Community Action. How are you doing today, Lyndsey?
I'm well, thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, we're pleased to have you, and we are very excited for to hear about what you've been doing and what your experience has been like at Northern Kentucky Community Action. To start, tell us a little bit about Lincoln Grant Scholar House.
So I moved to Lincoln Grant Scholar House. I was actually one of the first tenants to move in. Christmas Eve was probably the best Christmas present me and my daughter could ask for. Essentially, I was currently at a community college, and by my second semester, I was homeless. So had it not been for the Scholar House, I would not have achieved my associate's, bachelor's, and now I am 2 semesters short of my master's degree.
That is awesome. And so for the people out there who don't know, Lincoln Grant Scholar House is a residential living facility that's operated by Northern Kentucky Community Action that houses about 45 residents, single parents. What was your experience like being a part of that community?
I think it was great. I mean, I achieved things that I never thought possible. When I first started my journey to higher education, I was thinking of stopping right at an associate's degree. I never thought in a million years that I would be, finishing my master's and then looking into Ph.D. programs. So having the support of the Scholar House, it really allowed me to achieve, things that I never dreamt possible.
It's also my understanding, though, that your journey in utilizing the housing offered by NKCAC is not going to stop with Lincoln Grant. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. What's going on next with you?
So I'm finishing my master's, but we're getting closer to, my ultimate goal is home ownership. Mm-hmm. We're not there yet, but we're working towards it. I still have a lot of those supportive services through NKCAC, which have been amazing for me and my family. So currently we are transitioning to Farmview, which is income-based housing, which allows me to get into my field, work full-time, and work on, the last few things I need to have permanent housing. That's
awesome. And Lincoln Grant Scholar House has been kind of instrumental in helping you move from Lincoln Grant into Farmview?
Definitely. It's going to be really hard. It's bittersweet to let go of some of those resources, but having Karis Hawkins and everybody else through NKCAC, it's been such a huge support for me and my daughter. We would not be where we are without you guys.
Right. Thank you, Lyndsey, for your time, and it's been a pleasure to take the time to speak with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Northern Kentucky HeadStart offers you preschool opportunities with support for the whole family, including education, health, and social services. Find out if you are eligible and learn more at nkcac.org.
Hello, my name is Kareem Simpson. I'm the Director of Fatherhood here at the Northern Kentucky Community Action Commission. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, we are celebrating Community Action Month, as well as celebrating the birthday of Head Start. And so I am really happy to have with me today a Head Start parent, Jonathan Glass. Thank you so much for talking with me today.
I'm happy to be here.
First of all, you've kind of done a lot with NKCAC. What got you involved in kind of checking out our services?
Well, it all started with HeadStart actually, and my youngest going to Burlington, and there was this flyer that said, hey parents, we kind of want your input on something, and I mean, it was off to the races after that, and I've been a part of the fatherhood, initiative, fatherhood program. It's been through many names, but it's been a wild ride.
So what are some of the experiences, kind of talking about Head Start, what have your child's experience been like? Have they been ready for school, or just tell us a little bit about their experience with Head Start.
Head Start was wonderful. All of the teachers and director there were incredible. They helped not only my child, but all the other ones there, just to add that extra layer of social interaction with other kids and with teachers and different activities. My son had a blast, and when I was brought in to just kind of give my 2 cents as a father, I mean, that just made me warm and fuzzy as well. So it was honestly, it was like love at first, like being there, really. My youngest was always so happy to go and so happy to, tell me about his day. So,
If being a product of Head Start, I do remember a little bit of being excited about going to school. But as a parent, what was your experience like, kind of seeing your child grow and become further along in their schooling? Did it make it a little bit easier for you or harder? Or let us know about that.
Oh no, it was much easier for me, especially when, I was included in those days where it was, hey John, Colton's doing real well, but what are your thoughts? What are your feelings on this program? And I mean, I have had nothing but glowing remarks from all the people that I've met who've interacted with me or my child through Head Start and NKCAC. So for me, it's just been wonderful, that added, layer of, let's get your kid ready. Let's, the social interaction, the ability to kind of deal with, his social needs, his health needs, all the things that, young little minds need.
I want to thank you for talking with us today. It's really enlightening on our end to hear individuals that have gone through our programming and actually hear their experiences and see how much it's changed their lives. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm glad I could be a part of it.
And we'll be right back.
Finding a job can be stressful. Do you feel disconnected from the workforce? Intimidated by the thought of interviewing? The Senior Employment Program matches eligible seniors with part-time training opportunities with local organizations. Participants build skills, a resume, and gain confidence to navigate the modern workforce while giving back to their community. The Senior Employment Program, offering our seniors a stepping stone into the workforce.
Welcome back to Action News, and as we've already said, May is Community Action Month, but it is also Older Americans Month, and we are so privileged to have with us today Dr. Allyson Graff from NKU, and she's going to share with us just why we should appreciate older Americans and what this month is all about. So welcome, Dr. Graff.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate being here.
Well, we are so glad to have you. Please just tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so my name is Allyson Graff. I am an assistant professor at Northern Kentucky University, and I'm in the Department of Psychological Science. I'm trained in lifespan developmental psychology, but I specifically focus on mid and later life. And my research is interested in perceptions of aging and how that affects how we age.
So tell us a little bit about, just your perspective of Older Americans Month. Why is it important?
Older Americans Month is our opportunity to celebrate the accomplishments, but also any lingering needs of older adults. And that's something that we don't commonly talk about. Societally, we tend to imagine older adults as being disengaged from society, but they do amazing things, and they have specific needs as they age, and those needs change as technology changes, as our population shifts, and so it's an opportunity to highlight those things.
Yeah, that's true. You know, we do sort of see older Americans a certain way. So as we think about Older Americans Month, you know, what are some key things that we can do to celebrate them?
Yeah, one of the best things you can do is just in your everyday, check in and be present in your conversations with older adults.
So tell us a little bit about NKU. Like, what initiatives do you have there for older Americans?
Lots. So in 2020, NKU was recognized as part of an international coalition of age-friendly universities. And that was a really exciting thing for us. We put together a proposal and sent it to this coalition, who looked it over and endorsed us. And essentially what that means is NKU is dedicated to advancing our understanding of older adults and how we engage with them, and making sure that we have space on our campus to allow for that to take place. And so as a follow-up to that, we formed a coalition that consists of faculty, staff, students, and community members who are all engaged in how we can make NKU more age-friendly. And so that has been a tremendous opportunity. We are also an institution that supports the Donovan Scholars Program. So in the state of Kentucky, if you're 65 and older, you can attend a state university free of tuition costs. And so one of the challenges to that program is how older adults transition into the classroom, especially if they've never attended college or if they're returning after a period away. So we have an Adult Learner Programs and Services office that is specifically dedicated to the experiences of adult learners, and that includes our adult learners who are 65 and older. So they have all sorts of programs where they look at Project Graduate. So if you have already some college credit, how can we ensure that you can gain enough to get your degree or diploma? Credit for prior experience, which takes into account work experience. And so there's ways to translate some of your work life into your college credits. But that program and that office is just phenomenal in the services that they provide.
That's awesome.
In addition, there's so much we're doing.
Yeah.
We have faculty and staff who are engaging in research to better understand the experiences of our campus community from that perspective of what are the needs that we have among our adult learners and our learners who are 65 and older, and how can we promote better intergenerational contact in our classrooms, and how can we also prepare our students, like our traditional students, to enter into a multi-generational workforce, because that's the big thing. We have 4 to 5 generations in the workforce, and there's a lot of baggage we carry in each of our age groups. And so how can we better prepare our students for that so that we get to a point where everybody can work and feel that they're valued in that space?
I love that. When I graduated, I had she was 65 years old that was in my class. And but I loved working with her because she always had all the answers. I'm like, let me go see, because I know she's studied and did her research and her work. But that is so important, like you said, to have those generations work together in the workplace, because we do have different backgrounds and experiences, and if we glean from that, then we'll be better together.
And it's practice, in the classroom, the opportunity to engage with people outside of your group. We're an age segregated society, and so oftentimes the practice we get is with family members, and we always treat family differently than we treat strangers.
Exactly.
So understanding how to navigate that in the real world and through practice is an opportunity we are looking to offer more to our students.
That's awesome. One term that we hear about is aging in place. And so can you talk to us a little bit about, what that means and why that's important?
Yeah, so aging in place is actually a perfect thing to talk about with Older Americans Month coming up, because the theme is Age My Way. And that's really what aging in place is about. It's about being able to stay in a place that's familiar and comfortable for you as you age, and not being forced out of it because of the changes that you're experiencing with age. It's ensuring that there's activities and events and spaces that are inclusive inclusive of everybody regardless of their age, and ensuring that we've set up those opportunities in a way that's inviting to people. And so aging in place is about being able to stay in those places. And sometimes that's through planning ahead and making sure that a place is going to be able to accommodate folks as they start to age and experience changes. But it can also be about modifying those spaces to make sure that they're comfortable for our older adults.
Oh, wow. And so for us as Community Action, you know, we think about the individual, but we also try to think about the community level too. So when we think about, you know, the aging in place and just really engaging our seniors throughout the community, what are some key things that we can do and other community partners can do to really make our community more age friendly?
Right. So one of the big things is involve older adults in your planning. Like from day one that you decide you're going to do an event or create a space, bring them in. And I would encourage not just your older adults, but folks of all ages. Regardless of who you think is going to spend time in that space, you want to ensure that you're getting that type of feedback and input of what may be barriers or limitations that may crop up based on how you're thinking about something. We have a hard time disengaging from our own experiences, and so this really allows that input to be put into place. I'd also encourage activities and spaces that promote intergenerational contact as opposed to age segregation. So even if you're planning something like a playground, right, think about, well, grandparents bring their grandchildren to playgrounds.
Sure do, I'm one.
There you go. So those are just simple things. It's you know, it's the pre-planning, but it's also ensuring that those spaces are accessible and that they're things that folks want to engage in, and that there's not barriers in place to prohibit them from doing that.
Well, that is awesome. Thank you so much. That really helped me to even have a broader perspective on how to really celebrate older Americans beginning this month, not just this month, but all throughout the year, but letting this really be a kickoff for doing that.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for being here with us today, and we will be right back.
Drafty windows, poor insulation, and inefficient appliances can raise utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program helps low-income households make energy-efficient improvements to their homes. Our trained inspectors perform an energy audit, and our licensed weatherization professionals provide eligible repairs, free for qualifying families. The Northern Kentucky CAC's Weatherization Program helps to keep families comfortable in their home while reducing energy bills.
Welcome back, and we hope that you enjoyed our show. And a special thank you to all of our guests that were here to help us to celebrate Community Action Month, Older Americans Month, as well as our Head Start program. And remember, May is Community Action Month, and there are a ton of ways you can get involved with us. Our gala is May the 13th, which will be the culmination of our celebration for Community Action Month. So make sure to join us. Check us out on social media, on our Facebook page, on our website, so you too can be engaged in everything that we have going on throughout the month of May. And as we look forward to June, Juneteenth is coming up, and we will have a huge celebration at our Lincoln Grant Scholar House facility. Juneteenth, of course, is a celebration of the emancipation of slavery. And we've joined with St. Elizabeth Healthcare to have an awesome day of resources and just fun in celebration of all that we've gone through and where we are today as our community. So join us on that day. Check us out on Facebook, and we look forward to seeing you next time.